The Colorado blue spruce, also known as Picea pungens. Pungens, its specific epithet, means sharply pointed. It gets its name from its needles that are the leaves of the tree. This large conifer in the Pinaceae family of pines is a unique tree that often grows up to 60 to 75 feet tall, and it reaches up to ages of 600 to 800 years old. This tree gains many of its unique characteristics from its genetic makeup that allowed it to survive in its native environment at one of the highest summits in the Colorado Rocky Mountains and North America. It was discovered in 1862 at the top of Pikes Peak and soon distributed throughout the country. The blue spruce's needles are advantageous leaves because they do not fall off the tree during the cold winter months like other trees' leaves. This allows them to conduct photosynthesis throughout the winter when necessary, even in the cold conditions. Additionally, the tree contains an impressive cold hardiness zone of -30 to -40 degrees Fahrenheit, meaning the tree is still able to survive down to these extreme low temperature environments. This contributes to why these trees grow best in cooler climates as opposed to heat. With that being said, you may wonder how these trees grow all over and in urban settings as well. This is because when growing at the high tops of mountains through cold temperatures and frozen grounds, there are not as rich soils and large water supplies during this time. This means the blue spruce is very tolerant to droughts, dry or frozen soils, and high salt contents, which makes it suitable to live in urban areas as well. The blue spruce is classified as a gymnosperm. Its fertilization window occurs in the spring, and often beehives are in and around these trees, contributing to spreading their gametes. The blue spruce's male gametophyte is pollen. The blue spruce is a monoecious tree, meaning both male and female cones are on the same tree. The female cones are strictly found at the tops of the tree and are significantly larger in size. The male cones produce pollen and are shown here. They have a reddish color to their early stages. As they become mature, they turn to a brownish color, and they are much smaller in size as opposed to the female cones. So, pollen from the male cones can get blown away by the wind, and if the pollen happens to land in another female cone, then fertilization can occur if the conditions are right. After fertilization occurs, an embryo begins developing into a seed and eventually will fall to the ground. Under suitable conditions that can support the seed's growth, a new tree will now be able to grow. The structure of the trees is different than most. The needles of Colorado blue spruces have a cool minty light blue color, giving it its name. The blue color is actually a wax that protects the tree from water loss during the winter months and stays until optimal conditions emerge in the early spring. Then, the wax fades off and leaving green needles. Each needle is singly attached to a wooden peg on the twigs, and the pine cones of this species are also distinct because they hang downwards at all times, and they have special wavy scales along with its loose and flexible nature to optimize catching pollen for the tree. The Colorado blue spruce is an exciting tree. Whenever you see it in the wild, I hope you can now recognize and appreciate its biological features, and notice the Colorado blue spruce here around our campus.